Hello, brothers and sisters. Like, welcome to my mission. I'm sister checking me down in Indigo in 10 minutes. If you go over 10 minutes, it's something very important. But everything I fucking say is fucking hilariously important. And of course, backed by facts and statistics, and also researched, not opinions, not pseudo. And if you have any comments, questions, or insults, you put it down below. If you don't know me by now, you get your ass off this page and you look at my other videos. Every once in a while, I'll tell you a little bit more about myself, but you already know I'm a schizo, I'm a counselor, I'm an artist, I'm a philosopher, I am a psychiatrist. I'm nothing pseudo about myself, motherfuckers. And if you don't like my cursing, you can get off. If you're a sensitive-ass motherfucker, get off. If you're most likely liberal, get off, okay? If you don't have no special powers, you might as well just fly your little ass off the page because you do not wish to obtain the true, ultimate knowledge. I am not monotone. I am not a womanizer. Because I love women, especially darker ones, okay? And of course, I love women who are in shape, and I am a person who basically does not have any fetish to where it may seem white, okay? I am truly black, okay? And of course, I'm a black man, a mixed black man. I have part German in me, I have a little bit of Indian in me, okay? That's why I'm so confused. It's like a battle of laziness and intellectualism in my mind. I can't dance though, but I recorded myself to be off the subject, and I said, oh, I can dance, okay, but I don't feel like dancing in front of people. I don't want to do that, okay. So I'm kind of shy in that department, but I think that's for girls anyway. I think I'm just like the OPP, guys. Wave your willy in your air like you just don't care. OPP, okay. Other people's property. I don't do that. I don't do other people's property. Trick daddy. I don't do dancing, okay? I just feel that that's like an emotional, girlish type thing to show off, and I'm not really a public type person or a social person. But I digress here. Now, I wasted 2 minutes of your time. You actually listened to it. Welcome to my page. Okay. Oh, okay. This video is going to be about consequences of disobedient women. Okay. The consequences of disobedient women and wives. Okay, so if women are watching this, it can actually help benefit you. Okay, so don't get mad of any facts that I speak of. Okay, you can look it up yourself if you want to. You don't believe me, you wish to disagree, to agree. I agree. What do liberal people say? I agree to disagree. Or I disagree to agree. Some bullshit like that, because even if you show them facts, they'll be like, oh, I just disagree. I disagree. But anyway, my phone is stuttering, okay? Well, as I was pondering through my mind, come on, phone, come on. Pondering through my mind, and also finding all these videos where women are teaching women how to treat your man, okay, or how to treat your king, or how to treat your husband, okay. This is a backlash of what the white man has done. Okay? If you want to really know the true core origin, it's way before the 1950s and 60s, and it's way before the traditional values of, the war between the sexes, okay. The African proverbs, it's like the oldest traditional thing. There was a war between the sexes, okay. And that war was between man and woman. Okay, women used the prowess of emotion and sexual beauty, while men used logic, so they won't be overcome by the succubus or the Lilith, because there was a demon. If one man finds out that they are being seduced or captured by the hair of the succubus, it becomes a war, because the other men don't want to fall victim. Okay, yes, my phone is stuttering. I don't know why it's doing that. This man does not want to become a victim, so the other man will rise up. Okay? And there was a war between the sexes. Okay, I'm not going to talk to you about the alien aspect of it because I know about that, but I'm going to tell you real quick. It is said that we as an entity were both hermaphrodites. We both had the male genitalia and female genitalia. And long story short, these aliens said if whoever wishes to separate themselves to make themselves another sex from having both sexes, okay, we was a certain mammal type species or something like that, which I read, you go into this tunnel. And those people wish to be male, you go into this tunnel. If you wish to be female, You go into this tunnel, and you go into this tunnel. And the aliens did their work inside those tunnels. Okay, so that's the oldest proverb. I think it's African proverb. I got it from Credo, okay, on the internet somewhere. And he said that, and when they separated, they were not really working together. The aliens did give them a task at hand, which the female was supposed to be subservient to the longer, the male genitalia, okay? But the females at that time, they were like, no way, we don't have to do that. So all it broke out, there was a war. Okay, but I don't know the rest of the story after that. After that African proverb, I listened to this man, this ancient man with artifacts, magical artifacts over in Africa somewhere, said this to me. I was like, wow. I also read this somewhere else, okay? But I'm not going to go down the list of there. This video is going to be about the consequences of the weaker sex, which is the female sex, to go against the grain. And as I said, if you bring it all the way back to the 1950s and 60s, and a little bit before that, there was something called the Project Chaos, and which is entitled to, it was meant to separate the sexes so we won't have this issue anymore. Now it's all about monetization. It's about money now. So the women don't understand this concept, so they think they want to work in the field. They want to work with the men, and they say, okay, fine. It's about money then, right? But women don't understand that this is all a trick. Your job is to support the family and serve the husband. But the thing is that there are some left out characters of women out there who can't find a man. So those type of women, like if you look on the Game of Thrones, there's this woman who looks like a man. She's tall and strong. Okay, I forgot her name. I think her name is Brennan or something like that. She protected the king of the North. Okay, she was a warrior fighter, and she was one of those women who's left out. Okay. But that's different, okay? So she has a right to work, and she was strong as a man. She has skills such as a man. But the consequences of women basically not taking advantage of understanding what men's needs are as when they're younger. So, like, I would teach my daughter what men's needs are, so he won't have a fucking decision. Hold on, let me see. Boom, 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 boom.
Call from H.
No, I'll get that later. So it comes down to this. Okay, when women start realizing that they've been out-thought of, okay, they haven't really been thinking more than men. They can't possibly think as much as men can. And they haven't thought of the strategy of war. They will basically lose like they lost in the past. Because remember, back in those days, in ancient times, there was goddesses. There was something called the oracle. But no longer is that possible anymore because the men got tired. It was ancient war.
Mr. Lawson, this is Mike at AAA. I made a little mistake with your policy. It's nothing big, but we need to get that fixed. So if you could give me a call back at 844-378-6113. My extension's 109-7033. Thanks. I hope you're having a great day.
He's such an idiot. But I'll get back to that a little later. But other than that, okay, when you have women confronting the more superior, more thinking powered, or even if you have men confronting the alien races, it's a lost cause. It's a waste of time. So now you got women on there complaining and telling the other women, okay, start serving your husbands. And like I tell my wife, I say, my wife owes me now. She owes me a sister. And she did something bad, but I can't see what it is, though. No, she didn't cheat. No. She didn't cheat. So I'm not going to say that. But other than that, now she owed me 2-3 wives now. See, that's what I wanted to go through. But now men are getting smarter. Okay, well, men are getting smarter, so they're going to take the chances of, like I said, take the emerald pill, guys. This is going to go over 10 minutes. And guys are getting smarter with the emerald pill. They no longer, they passed that point of the red pill. And it's going to be too late for even attractive women in America to proceed to find really good men. They're going to find that the 60% of men are more stronger than the 40%, even if the 40% of men are having most money or they're most beautiful. It's going to come down to that. And it's going to be a recycled thing, and it's going to go over it. It's a curse. So as you already know, that since you're a woman, you bleed, so you know you're different from a man. But you may have the characteristics of a man, okay? And men don't mind if you want to work. But you have to understand that there's a curse that's attached to any female, feminine, who wishes to choose the side of feminism or being a feminist in a negative light. Okay, you're not helping society. You're trying to break society apart because you want to feel equal, and you're definitely not equal. A man is not equal to an alien. Okay, so the men have to serve the gods or the alien races that's a bit higher than us. They work in cahoots with each other, okay, underground in this whole entire world, and you don't know about the other races because those lower races, which humans multiply faster to a degree, okay? So you have to understand that every race has its own attribute, okay? And women don't understand this concept. They say, well, I teach my daughter about semantics, to understand the logic and the pattern of how things go to and how to prevent yourself from getting dropped like a hot cake. Okay, you have to obey. Like if I see aliens just coming down, it's called the word obey and submit. Because you try to fight, it's kind of futile. And now you got MGTOW on the rise. This is a very dangerous thing for women, and I'm happy it's happening. Like me, my wife blessed me with the ability to do the things to her because she didn't understand before she got here the consequences of her actions. So now she's in a turmoil since, stress until the baby's dropped. Okay, but of course I'm a crazy man too, so I tell women in advance so they won't waste their time. Okay, and I think every man should tell a woman, lay the cards on the table instead of using their head to make the head start. Most men these days are simps, so they'll use their dick as the head start of the conversation, and they'll become simps, and they really want the pussy so bad, and that's a bad thing for men. That since pussy is more necessary, more wanted, more needed than dick, this is a problem for society. And after this fades, this is a dangerous thing. Because the pedophiles, like on MSNBC, How to Catch a Pedophile, it's an example of these lighter skinned Milanos going after the wrong targets. And that's going to stop too as well. But it's going to leave men to be trapped, okay? Because they got to worry about being lied on. But that's going to change too, because the court system is going to find out all of those females are liars. And once that happens, that's the end, okay? Of those feminists who try to lie in the court of fucking law, okay? And okay, hold on. Let me see, somebody's contacted me. I said, no, I can't talk now. I'm thinking a video. And that's it. This is what they don't understand. When daughters are taught at an early age to take care of your health, and they're trained properly by their father and mother, and their father's educated and their mother's halfway at least educated, the daughter will most likely turn out right. Most of the time, yes. But society is media, okay? And she may be drawn to that society as where I want to fit in with the rest. Okay, hold on. Okay. This friend of mine, this white cracker friend of mine, he's bugging me, telling me about my video, one of my videos. I said, dude, well, other than that, you get my point. The consequences of women disobeying or trying to say there's no good men when there's plenty of good men, and even reasonably attractive men. I've encountered guys who were taller than me who had no flaws on their face, but their personality was too nice, too soft. And it didn't say there's not. That's a curse for them to say that. You can't say that. Now, I have a right to say there's no women out there because I know that's a fact. Okay, there's no good women. 70% of the women are garbage. They're useless. That's a fact. But I'm telling you, I know plenty of guys who are still virgins who are great men, okay, and they're left out, okay, and when they were younger, they were picked on, okay, and these great men are the ones who's going to overrun the internet, and then the feminist movement might want to try to take them down and use assault. The freedom of speech is in danger. I said this before. Facebook is in danger already. It's already in red line. Okay, I can't speak my piece on that. If I talk about anything, I'm kind of like cult of Dusty, okay, and some other Tommy Sotomayor. Right? If you start getting banned, then you're doing something right. Okay, you start getting blocked, okay, and that's not a good thing for freedom of speech because now it's going to backfire on the women because the women are actually causing that to happen. You can't say this about women, okay? And when men don't have a problem with, if a man calls another man a bastard or a bitch or something, there's no problem. But when women are being called cunts, this can lead to a lot of destruction for them, for their minds, because they can't handle humorism. They can't fight back. This has already been proven time and time again on the internet, on TV, where a woman says, "Okay, we're gonna try to ban all men from saying the word cunt." Okay, I'm like, and she just said that men can be small little penises, and then nobody says anything about it. Everybody laughs. Okay, but people don't understand what humor is. Okay, but that's the consequences of women who basically don't understand this concept. They don't understand how the world works. The world revolves around you. Okay, like I said before in the past, because you are a god. You're a god. But a lot of people don't understand this concept to understand that you, if you're a female, you are here to serve. Okay? And if you're a man, you're here to serve the uppers. Above the men comes the aliens, and then above the aliens comes the gods. That's why you all work together. You got to work together. And even in the animal nature and in nature, they work together in harmony. Okay, so the trees will not be destroyed by them. Okay. But other than that, that's all I wanted to say, brothers and sisters. Blatant, all right? There's a curse that goes along with it. That's all I'm saying. And if you just be careful and contemplate, if y'all good women are still out there, okay, you should get in touch with men who are already married, who are good men. Okay, I had to say, hey, and you should get in touch with single men, because you have to start making moves. I made my videos about y'all women making moves on the right men. Okay, I already made videos on plenty of those things, where women should basically stop trying to choose superficial appearances for the sake of your girlfriends. Okay, because it has happened to me a few times, many times. Okay, peace and love to you, brothers and sisters. Like, welcome to my job. I don't have a job no more. My page. Welcome to my page. You have a nice fucking day. Peace.